The most dangerous part of anybody's day is when they're in traffic. The number one killer of children and teenagers is motor vehicle crashes. Anytime you drive into or out of a school zone, there's a lot going on. You've got pedestrians, you've got school buses, you've got, in some cases, crossing guards or police officers who may be directing traffic. You've got teachers outside. So you really got to be attuned to your environment.
We live in one of the most densely populated states in the nation. We also have one of the highest pedestrian accident rates. There are a lot of reasons why: eating or drinking while driving, being distracted by cell phones, or simply not paying attention. Regardless of the cause, our children and many school crossing guards are paying the price. Traffic accidents are a leading cause of death among children, while accidents involving school crossing guards have increased 65% in the last 10 years.
Our student drop-off plan is communicated to our parents first during the summer in a letter welcoming the students back to school, and then we also address it at our first parent-teachers meeting, we address it at our back-to-school night, we address it in our newsletter, because again, our main priority is to keep the children safe and secure.
We have limited parking, we have a small area, and in fact, many days I get out and become a traffic controller and try to help, and it does run smoothly. But there are other times when I'm tied up in meetings or I have other problems in schools that prevent me to get out and help, and that's when parents take liberties that they shouldn't.
One of the things we would like the parents to concentrate on is when the children exit the vehicle, they exit closest to the sidewalk and closest to the curb, not on the side out by the road.
When it rains out, all bets are off. The parents are driving them, make sure that Johnny gets right into the front entrance without getting wet. So this place is packed even more so during the rain or snow. It's bad.
Some of our parents insist on doing it their way. We have this set up for the majority of parents for the safety of the students. And some parents, where we like everybody to enter through one door, will want their child to enter through another door.
There are many parents that are frustrated and alarmed by the way the few parents drive and disregard the regulations that we have set forth.
What we try to do is talk to those parents, have other parents talk to those parents, and just remind them that there is a policy in place for their children's safety and the safety of all the children in the school.
We have to put everything in perspective, and I think it's an awareness thing where the parent needs to realize when they have their kids in the car, that's the most important thing. The text message can wait, the cell phone call isn't that important, there's nothing that's that important that they should be causing accidents to get their children to school and still multitask and, be talking to the boss, getting work done, and having a meeting while they're driving to school.
We all know children are impulsive and often don't recognize hazards. Research has also shown that children lack auditory localization skills until they are 9 or 10 years old. Most adults know a car is approaching because they hear it. It's their hearing that tells them where the car is coming from. Children don't have this ability, and as a result, often are unaware of the approaching danger.
When I'm training students, I keep giving the same first day of school safety speech until I know my kids get it. You're to stand on the sidewalk back from the curb until I tell you it's okay to cross. No horseplay. I don't care if the coast is clear or the light is green, you wait for me to tell you. You have to listen to me. I'm the one responsible for getting you across the street safely.
The first day of school is always bedlam. They're excited, they want to just go.
In order to establish what the guidelines are for your spot, for your post, you need to have consistency. You need to start right from the first day. Not only the children, but the parents need to be aware of what you plan on doing for the year. And you have to stick with it.
You have to indoctrinate the children and make sure that they understand that you're there for their safety and to listen to you.
I always have a talk with them on the very first day of school. I identify myself, tell them who I am and what my job is here, tell them how to cross, like they do not step off the curb until I verbally tell them.
If you're having a problem with the child not paying attention to your instruction, you would need to address it with that child individually. We can talk as a group, but then every once in a while, you need a little one-on-one.
think the biggest challenges crossing guards face are the people that don't pay attention to them as they're entering a roadway. That, coupled with the fact that a lot of our children don't understand the importance of the crossing guard's function, and sometimes they don't listen intently to what the crossing guard is telling them, that creates a very dangerous situation.
The stop sign is important to, of course, when you step out into the street, to make it known to the drivers what your intent is to stop them. The whistle is important in that it does alert the driver. If the driver isn't concentrating, isn't paying attention, at least there's that audio.
If you use your hand signals and the cars are stopped, they think that you're telling them to go. So you have to hold up the stop sign, hold up your hand to stop the cars, and talk to the kids verbally. This way there's no misconception that you're telling the cars to move.
There have been people that I've had a stop sign up for, and they'll go through it, you know. Some people have slowed down and yelled at you for having a stop sign up. You know, it's like, you know, yeah.
I don't think that you can find a crossing guard that hasn't had a close call with a driver, unfortunately.
I was almost hit twice my first year here 10 years ago.
We had a car crash here on October 25th of 2005 involving one of our crossing guards. She was in the street with her stop sign up, and she got struck by a car, and unfortunately she was killed by that accident.
People have to be much more aware of the importance of these crossing guards and that they are human beings. They're out there for a very valuable service, and we just have to understand that these people are keeping our children safe, and we have to be more aware of the value they are to our community.
One incident where I called a parent, and it was reported to me that she was driving on the sidewalk because she was in such a rush. And I called the police. Police followed up, and the parent called me the next day screaming and yelling at me, why did I report her? Why didn't I call her directly? And I said, I've spoken to you a couple of times, and you know, I'm very concerned about you driving, especially around school. And I have children to watch over, and I want to make sure everybody is safe. So I did take the heat, but I'll do it again, and I'll do it whenever it's necessary.
If I feel there's a situation that I can't handle, I'm just a crossing guard crossing kids and make sure they cross safely. I will call the police station and report it, and they'll send a squad car within 5 minutes.
We hear of tragic accidents all the time of people who don't follow the rules. They go above the speed limit. They're talking on their cell phones. They take their eyes off the road. We're trying to teach our students here how to follow the rules. And adults are the best role models for that, whether it be the teachers, the parents, the police, or just their neighbors. Boys and girls, if you could tell adults how to help you keep safe on the way back and forth to school, what would you tell them?
Don't drive too fast because you can get in an accident.
Please don't talk on the cell phone.
Please don't take your eyes off the road. Keep your seatbelt on.
You have to go slow if someone's walking on the street.
Always stop at a red light.
If you're driving on the street and if your child wants to show you the picture of their book that they read, just keep your eye on the road.
When you're crossing the street, you always should look both ways.
We've got to think beyond ourselves. We need to recognize what's happening out there in the transportation system with cars and pedestrians. There's so much activity that I think we lose sight of the fact that we're kind of all in this together, that it's not an individual thing, it's all of us working as a community. We need everybody thinking about, what do I need to do to be safe and to make everybody else safe out there? Knowing how vulnerable children are in traffic, understanding that mix of traffic, and understanding that we have these safety zones, these crosswalks and so forth, stopping, staying stopped, allowing our children to cross back and forth, working with the crossing guards if they may be stationed in those areas is so important. We're really, we're talking safety here. We're talking about saving lives.